Hi, I'm Rabbi Yisrael Glick, here to talk about Tisha B'Av, the 9th day of the Jewish month of Av, which is the saddest day in the Jewish calendar. On Tisha B'Av, we fast for 25 hours, mourning the fact that on this day, almost 2,500 years ago, our first holy temple in Jerusalem was destroyed. And then, the second temple, which stood in the exact same place, was destroyed on the exact same date, almost 500 years later. These temples served as a portal between physical space and the divine presence of the Creator. And the loss of these temples was a loss of the most open and direct expression of God's presence in physical space. The temples were destroyed by oppressors of the Jewish people, but tradition teaches us that God allowed them to succeed at destroying the temples because of the state that the Jewish community was in. This is relevant to us today because if we can understand the primary underlying causes of the loss of this open expression of God's presence, we can focus on reversing the problem to encourage that presence to be expressed openly once again. Two of the primary issues underlying the loss of the temples were baseless hatred between Jews and a lack of rebuking. For real? So how are we supposed to reverse that? Baseless love topped with a generous sprinkling of criticism? This dilemma is based on a misconception. Criticism is one of the most powerful tools that we have to grow and improve, but judgmental, disparaging criticism tastes very different to heartfelt feedback, even when it is critical. We all want what's best for those we love, and if they could be doing something better, we should want them to know that. Torah does instruct us to rebuke when necessary, but the verse immediately before the instruction to rebuke is "You shall not hate your brother in your heart," because that is an absolute prerequisite to offering criticism. If we can begin to see individuals with souls, each with a unique story and set of challenges, we can start to feel true, unconditional love for each other. And then, when we truly have each other's best interests at heart, we can offer critical feedback that comes from the heart. Critical feedback actually goes quite well with baseless love, and together they are a huge step in reversing the history of the 9th of Av and encouraging God's presence to be openly expressed once again.